Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the one and only Dwayne Nix, and you guys are tuned into a new episode of the DK Fix. And yes, I've been gone for the last couple of months, but I'm back now. I was going to do a review or a recap of my Comic-Con 2019 experience. There really was nothing to talk about because I didn't really enjoy Comic-Con, so we're just going to go ahead and pass that to the side. And before that, I was on vacation. But I'm back now, and this Sunday is an event that's pretty big in the wrestling community, specifically WWE, and that is SummerSlam. SummerSlam weekend coming up, and it's always big when one of the big four pay-per-views are going to be showed out to everybody in WWE. But what I'm going to do is talk about NXT Takeover. That comes on the night before SummerSlam, and I did a takeover review last month. I want to say I think it was NXT Takeover 25, and it got some pretty good views. I got over 1,000 views, and a lot of people received it very well, and I'm happy about that. And I was been hearing for a couple of weeks, like, hey man, are you gonna do the takeover, Toronto prediction video? And I thought about it, and I was kind of like, maybe I will, maybe I won't. But then once I saw the card pan out, and I'm like, man, I gotta do another takeover prediction video, because if you guys watched my last video, which I will put in the description below, every match that I predicted the wrestler to win, they won. So I was pretty much, I think it was 5 matches too, so I was 5-0 on my last prediction video for NXT Takeover. So let's see if I can do 5-0 again this week. Not this week, this month, or this pay-per-view, so to speak. We got 5 matches again. 4 of the 5 are for NXT Championships, whether it be the Women's title, the Tag Team titles, the North American title, or the NXT Championship itself. It's got another great card. I mean, every match on here just looks phenomenal. I cannot wait to watch it. Saturday can't come fast enough. I get super hyped when it comes to NXT TakeOver shows, man. There are some of the best, not just WWE produced product, but just wrestling produced product in general, and all of wrestling. When NXT is just always on fire. The wrestlers there are great. I'm always scared when they get called up because you never know what's going to happen with Vince McMahon. So, you just got to be ready for it. But since we're here, and since we're going to talk about NXT TakeOver Toronto, and since it's this Saturday, because today is Thursday, if you guys haven't, if you guys are watching this on a Friday, I did this Thursday, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm putting a video out before TakeOver because that makes no sense to put a prediction video out after TakeOver's over. So, what I'm going to do is start off with a match that I think might be the opener. And by the way, none of these matches are going to be in the way they're going to be shown on TV. I don't know. We never know. But usually if you watch TakeOvers, you know that most of the time the first match on the card is a tag team title match, or at least a tag team match, something to do with multiple wrestlers in the ring. And that's what I think they're going to start off with again this Saturday for TakeOver Toronto. And if that is what's going to happen, then it'll be the NXT Tag Team Champions, Street Profits, versus, 2/4 of the Undisputed Era in a tag team title match. And this match is going to happen, and it's going to be great because you have Montez Ford, you have Angelo Dawkins, you have Bobby Fish, you have Kyle O'Reilly. Just the athleticism, the charisma in the ring, just alone is going to be amazing. Montez Ford is one of my favorite up-and-coming wrestlers right now. That guy can jump out of the gym. First of all, forget all that. I'm so happy for the Street Profits. They won the tag team titles the previous TakeOver, which I predicted them to win, and that was in that ladder match with a whole bunch of other wrestlers, and I can't name them all right now. But the Undisputed Era, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, they were in that match, and it's just great to see Street Profits win. I've been following them for a while, and I remember all the jokes about them being Crime Time 2.0, and they're nothing like that. They're their own guys, and they've been actually on the main roster the last couple of weeks on Raw, just doing skits in the back, and they've gotten over with the crowd, and they're just awesome to watch, and they're good in the ring, and they're great on the mic, and I hope just more comes out of the future for the Street Profits when they go to the main roster. But they're going up against arguably one of the best tag teams ever in NXT history. That's Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. I think they have a chance, and don't quote me on this, and I think they have a chance to become 4-time NXT tag team champions. That's never happened in the company before. And if it does happen, that's going to be crazy. To me, the big storyline going into this TakeOver is all about the Undisputed Era. I'm going to get to the other 2 members later on in this video, but Adam Cole, who is the NXT champion, came out and said that by the end of 2019, the Undisputed Era will be dripping in gold. Everybody in the faction will have a championship. They have an opportunity this Saturday to do that NXT TakeOver, and it starts, in my point of view, if this is the first match, it starts with Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. If it's any time for the WWE NXT creative, specifically Triple H, William Regal, to pull the trigger on an Undisputed Era Dripped in Gold run, I think it might be right now. If I had to do a prediction, well, I'm not doing. I have to do a prediction. What am I talking about? I am going to predict, and if I had to predict who's going to win this match, it pains me to say this because I just kind of just bigged up those Street Profits, but I want to see NXT championships all around the waist of the Undisputed Era. I really want to see that at least before the end of the year, because I have an idea or I have a dream scenario that I'll say at the end of the video. Probably won't happen, but I'm going to go with Undisputed Era winning the tag team championship. And I know that kind of sucks for the Street Profits. They've only been champions for about a month and a half, and I think they have a shot to run with those titles again. You don't have to bring them up so early. If you want to keep them down at NXT, you can. And it's, of course, with the whole Fox deal coming up in October, and NXT might be showing on FS1, I think if you have a chance to have all 4 members of Undisputed Era Dripped in Gold, you got to go with it. So I'm going to pick the Undisputed Era to win this tag team titles. And, if they don't win, I won't be sour about it, but I got this strong feeling they're going to put the straps back on Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. All right, the next match. I'm not going to go right to another championship match. We're going to go to the only non-title match on the card on Saturday, and that is going to be Candice LeRae versus Io Shirai. Now, anybody that's been following their storyline, Candice LeRae has been coming to the aid of Io Shirai when she was going into her matches against Shayna Baszler. Every time Shayna Baszler's goons come out and would help her win, Candice LeRae would come and protect and help out, Io Shirai. And Io Shirai was always trying to get that NXT Women's Championship. She was a face for a very long time, trying to beat the heel, and you know how storylines go in wrestling. Well, Io Shirai turned heel. And to be honest with you, I haven't really watched much of this, this ongoing feud because I haven't had a chance to really watch that much NXT television, sorry. But I can tell you one thing. Io Shirai as a heel is amazing. I mean, she wears all black now. She doesn't come out. She doesn't wave to the crowd. She's just straightforward. I'm going to F you up. I want what I want. I don't care about you. And her and Candice LeRae have been going at it for the last couple of weeks. Chair shots, kendo stick shots, a lot of violence. You have 2 great athletes. One thing about Candice LeRae, who is married to the man that's going to be in the main event, and that is Johnny Gargano. She is an athletic specimen. What am I talking about? She is a crazy athlete. That's what I wanted to say. Athletic specimen sounds crazy. She's a crazy athlete. She's a really good high flyer, just like Io Shirai is. What I expect in this match, and this is going to be one of 2 women matches on the card. And honestly, I'm looking a little bit forward more to this match just because I know Candice LeRae. I've seen her work outside of WWE. She used to wrestle men all the time. Io Shirai, I've seen her since she's coming to WWE, and she's put on phenomenal matches. I think this has a chance to be one of the best matches of the night, and it might even steal the show. Who knows? But I'm going to go with Io Shirai in this match. I know so far I'm heel heavy with picking who's going to win these matches, but I think Io Shirai, you changed her. She's now a bad woman. She's all black. Her promos are just awesome. The way she just walks and her music, and it's the perfect time to run with her as the heel of the company. Now I know Shayna Baszler is still the number 1 heel for women in the company, but Io Shirai, you get her on the winning, get her back on the winning streak, and then maybe she has a chance to go up against Shayna Baszler or Mia Yim, whoever wins that title match coming up later on in this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick Io Shirai to win. I like Candice LeRae too. In a way, Candice LeRae kind of, I'm not going to say she needs a win, but it would be good for her to win also. But I'm going to go with Io Shirai. That's my pick. And we'll see what happens this Saturday. All right, on to the next match. It is going to be for the NXT North American Championship. The one and only champion, Velveteen Dream, goes up against Undisputed Era member Roderick Strong and the longest reigning WWE United Kingdom champion, and I think this WWE champion, period, Pete Dunne from NXT UK. This match right here, and I say this about every Velveteen Dream match. I said it on the previous Takeover prediction video, has an opportunity to not only steal the show, but be the best match on the show. Have a 5-star match. I know Meltzer never really gives Velveteen Dream 5-star matches, but you want to talk about the complete package and a future, champion of the WWE, it's Velveteen Dream. I mean, he's the absolute best in what he does. Everybody can't wait to see his entrance. Every time he does a takeover, he has a crazy entrance that you can't wait to see. So I'm really looking forward to that. Roderick Strong, one of the most underrated wrestlers in the WWE, and his last name is Strong, not for no reason. The guy is crazy, incredibly strong for a short man or a little guy in wrestling. And I'm not disrespecting you at all, Roderick. I love you, man. If you ever see this video, you probably won't, but if you do, I love you, man. I'm not disrespecting you. You're not a little guy to me, but that's what they categorize you as. You're a 205 liver. You're a cruiserweight, but he is strong. He's able to pick up guys twice his size and make it look with ease. And he's an incredible wrestler. Roderick Strong, a part of the Undisputed Era. That's that the foursome that is just amazing right now. One of the best factions in all of wrestling. And then Pete Dunne, the bruiserweight, one of the most toughest guys you'll see. He's a joint manipulation guy. He likes to, just a tough wrestler. Pete Dunne held the United Kingdom Championship for over a year and a half. And, him coming back to NXT is great. He was in NXT UK for a while, and the UK NXT is awesome. That's another thing that if you guys want me to do videos on their takeovers, I'll do a video on theirs too. I got to get a little bit more familiar with the product. But Pete Dunne is great. He's going to put on a show. It's hard for me to pick one wrestler in this match who I would want to say is the favorite. I think all three of these guys, the favorite would be the champion, I guess you could say, because he is a champion, but he's at a champion's disadvantage because, he doesn't have to be pinned to lose the championship. But back to what I said earlier in this video of what I think WWE might do at this takeover, because it is one of the last takeovers of the year that's big. You have the Survivor Series takeover, but this takeover is going to be pretty big as the summer. If they do what I think they might do, or what I would like for them to do, Roderick Strong has to win this match. And I'm going to go with Roderick Strong winning this match, because if he wins this match, and then if Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish win their match, that means that all members of NXT's greatest group of all time, the Undisputed Era, have all the championships in NXT, and they're going to be dripping with gold. Well, not all of them, because they don't have a woman in their faction, and if they did, they can get the Women's Championship, and then it'd be a crazy. They just run the whole entire NXT universe. Don't be surprised, though, if Velveteen Dream retains. He's on a long run right now with that title. I think he won it back. I don't remember exactly what takeover it was where he won it. I think it was Chicago when he beat Ricochet. I think he beat Ricochet. Or no, I'm sorry. No. He didn't win that at TakeOver. Take that back. He beat Johnny Gargano at like an NXT taping, not house taping, but an NXT TV taping, and that's when he won the championship. So he's had the title for about 2-3 months now. I can see them stretching it out for the rest of the year. Maybe at the end of the year when they have the Survivor Series takeover, maybe he'll drop it then, and then he'll be one of the contestants in the Royal Rumble next year. But if Velveteen does win, I can see them going. He's not going to win and then lose it. He's going to win and keep it probably to the end of the year. But if he does lose, Roderick Strong being the champion makes a lot of sense to me. I think Roderick Strong is the most underutilized wrestler in NXT and underrated. I think he's, and I love Undisputed Era. I love all four of those guys. I think he's the best wrestler in that group, next to Adam Cole, baby. And I'm sorry, Adam, I love you too, bro. But Roderick Strong always impresses me. He's also in kind of need of a win. He lost his last match against the bro, Matt Riddle, who's my favorite wrestler in the world right now. So I'm going to go with Roderick Strong. I hope he wins, and if he wins, that means that we have NXT champions all around the waist of the Undisputed Era. I keep on getting it mixed up sometimes. I don't know. Anyways. All right, on to the next match. This will be the second women's match of the night. It's for the NXT Women's Championship between Shayna Baszler and Mia Yim. And like I said earlier in the video, I didn't really know that much about Mia Yim. I knew she wrestled in the Mae Young Classic, which I didn't get a chance to watch the second time around. And I know that the fans wanted her to be signed, and Triple H came out and said the okay. He did that with Cedric Alexander, and it worked out for him. But the biggest plot in this storyline between these two women is that Mia Yim has taken out Jessamine Duke, Jessamine Duke and Mara Shafir, who are basically like the cronies, the hang-arounders of Shayna Baszler, her go-to goons when she needs stuff to be done. Because that's one thing about Shayna Baszler's title reign, is that she's never really retained the title by herself. It's mostly because Jessamine and Maria come in and save all the time. Well, they're taken out, and now it's going to be a one-on-one match for the NXT Women's Championship. And honestly speaking, I don't know too much about Mia Yim. I know Shayna Baszler has been the top heel for the women in the whole division, and I'm not really looking forward to this match. This is the first time ever in NXT TakeOver history that there's a match I'm not really looking forward to, and I don't really care for as much. But it's a prediction video, and I'm going to make a prediction anyways. So I'm going to go with Jessica. What am I talking about? I'm going to go with Shayna Baszler once again winning or defending her NXT Championship. And I think Mia Yim is up and coming. It's good that she has a title shot. She's new. to a lot of people like me who are kind of novice to what she's been doing. And I think it's a good rub for her. She has to put on a good show, though. You don't want to go out there and stink up the joint, and then, people will be like, well, why did she get a title shot? She never deserved it. So, but either way, I think that Mia Yim will probably put up a good fight, but all in all, it's going to be Shayna Baszler defending that Women's Championship, and she's going to be Women's Champion for a while, unless Candice LeRae wins her match against Io Shirai, or Io Shirai comes back and they do a heel versus heel. But I'm going to go ahead and pick Shayna Baszler to retain her NXT Women's Championship. All right, it's main event time, and I can't wait for this match. It's for the NXT Championship. Adam Cole, Baby, who of course is one of my favorite wrestlers, will be defending his championship against Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Now, I want to read the stipulations to you guys because this is what we've been told. Basically, there will be a stipulation for each fall. The first fall will be a street fight that was picked by Johnny Gargano. The second fall will be a standard single match, which was picked by Adam Cole. And if necessary, if there's a third fall, which I think we all know there's going to be 3 falls in this match. WWE and wrestling is just so funny. There's no way neither one of these guys are going 2-0. It's going to be 1-1 going to this third match. So, if necessary, or when the third fall comes up, Commissioner William Regal will pick what match that is. Forget about all that. Let's just talk about the 2 men who are going to be in this match. Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano. The last 2 NXT takeovers have put on 5-star matches. I mean, you could go back to the NXT Takeover. I don't remember exactly the name of the takeover, but the one where Adam Cole came this close to winning, and then of course Takeover last month in NXT Takeover 25 where Adam Cole won the match, and they put on these long 30-minute matches where it's just amazing, chemistry and amazing cardio and amazing wrestling, and it's just all around awesome. And I always look forward to see Adam Cole wrestle. Adam Cole is one of my favorite wrestlers in the business today. He's one of the best wrestlers on the mic. He's a part of the Undisputed Era. He is the leader, of the Undisputed Era. I'm always looking forward to seeing a match with him involved. And then, of course, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano. Everything I just said about Adam Cole, I can say the same thing about Johnny Gargano, except for he doesn't lead a faction. These guys put on 5-star matches every time they go one-on-one with each other. And adding a stipulation like 2 out of 3 falls, where we all know is going to go to the third fall, and we don't know what that third fall is, because we probably won't find out until that night. Man, I am super pumped. I'm super pumped to see this match. I'm super excited. I cannot wait. My prediction, just get it out of the way, picking Adam Cole again. He just won the championship last month. They're not going to take it off him that quick. Johnny Gargano, I can see him getting called up to the main roster soon. Hopefully, I think a lot of these guys are going to be called up to the main roster. Like I told you, like I said earlier, SmackDown is moving to Fox Network, and they'll be premiering their show in October. And I can see that Fox wants to, from what I've been hearing in the dirt sheets, that Fox wants this show to be one of the biggest shows that they have on their network. And I can see a lot of these young talent being called, not young talent, but some of these guys, some of these superstars in NXT getting called up. And like I say, if they get called up, I just pray that they utilize them the right way. I'm not saying that every guy who's a champion in NXT, they have to be a champion on the main roster. No, I'm not saying that. You got to earn your spot. But at least give these guys a chance and let them run with the ball and let them do what they've been doing in NXT for the past year or two, or for a few years. So I'm going to pick Adam Cole. I think Adam Cole will defend his title. And if all my predictions go as they're supposed to go, at the end of the night, the Undisputed Era, all 4 members, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and Adam Cole will all be dripping in NXT gold. And that is what I think is going to happen. Or that is what I hope is going to happen. That's my prayer. But the biggest thing that I care about is the show being great like it always is. And NXT TakeOver, like I said in the beginning of this video, is usually always a 5-star event. And I am looking forward to seeing it. I can't wait for Saturday. Got my boys coming over. We're going to watch it together. It's going to be great. But yeah, that's going to wrap up this video. Went a little bit longer than I wanted to. I thought I was going to try to do like 10, 15 minutes. But I'll probably, do a little bit longer. Just because, I get excited when I talk about NXT TakeOver. And I'm always ready and looking forward to seeing what's going to happen after the event. But I said last video that I would probably do like a review of the event of the event of the last takeover. I didn't get a chance to do that. Depending on how I feel, the mood I'm in, because I'm going to be up all night watching Takeover, and I got SummerSlam the next day. I might do a review early Sunday morning of what NXT Takeover Toronto was. If I don't, I'm sorry. But the biggest thing for me right now is I'm back. I'm going to start doing videos again like I was doing 2-3 months ago on a consistent basis, as long as the topics are good to talk about. I'm sorry if you guys heard the fan in the back. It is hot. I live in California. It is San Diego hot right now, and this fan is kind of helping me out. I didn't want to sweat buckets while I'm on camera, but yeah, guys, I'm gonna put the video out. You know what to do. Like, subscribe to my channel, comment on the video below. You can also like, dislike, whatever it is. Share the video. That'd be awesome. I wish you guys would share this video. You know, get my views up. Like I said, the last wrestling video I did over 1.6, almost said million. Jeez, that would have been crazy. I did about 1.6 thousand views, and I want to be able to do that again, maybe even more this time around. So hopefully you guys check out the video. Once again, I've been Dwayne Nix. You guys are tuning into a new episode of the DK Fix. I don't know if I said that in the beginning, but this was a new episode of the DK Fix. And yeah, peace. Love you guys. I don't know what that piggy thing was.